The show starts and we see a girl named Hibiki who on her way from school munches down various snacks with high calories. Her friend Ayaka points out that she is gaining weight and advises her to control her diet if she wants to get a boyfriend. Hibiki checks her weight and is shocked that she weighs this much and decided to go on a diet to lose weight. She also tries to exercise at home, but gives up after 2 days of practice of jogging and home exercise. After a week, Hibiki finds a fitness center that had just opened. Therefore, she goes to the place to check it out. Coincidentally, Hibiki meets Akemi, who goes to the same high school as her. Akemi is the student council president who excels in all subjects, even though her parents are filthy rich. Hibiki thinks that they won't be able to work out together, but both of them want to work out at this gym, as it was a really popular name over the world. The guide takes them to the facility and welcomes them to Silverman Gym. The doors open and strong men are working out like beasts. Hibiki is shocked as she expected this to be a normal cute gym, but this was a gym made for monsters. She sees many bodybuilders and professional fighters training here. She thinks that maybe this gym won't be a good fit, but at the same time, Akemi is super excited after seeing a bunch of monstrous and muscular men, as she has a fetish for strong muscles. She immediately decided to join. They are assigned a trainer named Machio, and after seeing his handsome face, Hibiki falls in love and immediately agrees to join the gym as well. They start their routine, and the first exercise is bench press to form the upper arm, shoulder, and chest muscles. Machio guides them, and Hibiki uses the bar that was 20 kilo itself that overwhelmed her. Akemi, on the other hand, was quite adept at it and managed to do 3 sets of 10 reps with a weight of 40 kilo. Hibiki feels disappointed that she couldn't even lift half of what Akemi lifted. Machio tells her that she will see progress with some time and gave her a boost by flexing his monster muscles. Hibiki was surprised that where was he hiding such muscle and that he seemed like a normal trainer, while Akemi was amazed to see his beautiful big muscles. At school, Hibiki's muscles started to pain because she overdid her exercise, and this made her muscles sore and she couldn't move at all. Being so tired, she heads to the gym late, and today they had to train thigh and buttocks muscles by doing squats. Akemi was already there and doing her set. So Hibiki thinks squats are very easy, but when she tried it, she wanted to give up because squat were more difficult than bench press. Machio suggests not skipping squats because if missed, it can form an unbalanced body like a chicken. A few days pass in the gym and Hibiki checks her weight to see her progress, but is shocked to see that it has increased again. She felt that her body was getting stronger, but why did she gain weight? Machio explained that this was proof that her muscles had increased and fat levels had decreased. Machio advised them that exercise and a balanced diet is the best way to build a good body. Akemi suggests to train their back muscles with lateral pull-downs. They should pull the bar up to their chest and lower their back, then slowly return the bar at starting position without relaxing the grip. This can train the middle back muscles. Hibiki looks at Machio's back and doesn't want a monstrous back like that, but Akemi assures her that muscle definition like that takes years of hard training, and this exercise won't have such a brutal effect. Hibiki tries it using light weights, but with lots of reps. After practice, they stop by the protein cafe, which is one of the benefits of the membership, and Machio serves them a protein shake. Akemi tells them that they should always drink protein after 30 minutes of exercise to increase muscle growth quickly. Following day, Akemi asks Hibiki if she is going to the gym today or not, to which Hibiki replies that her muscle are too sour for today, and both of them decide to go to the pool. At the pool, they see various girls with toned bodies and try to guess what type of sports they must do. One had strong legs, which suggested her to be a cyclist, another had a proper abs, which made her look like a professional trainer, and one had strong back muscle, which may hint to athletic sports like judo or wrestling. They have fun and decide to do dynamic stretches, which will help them warm up and increases muscle flexibility. While they stretched, Hibiki's swimsuit gets torn because it was too tight, so they go back home before anyone notices. The next day, Hibiki visits her friend Ayaka, and they watch some action movies together. They planned to watch an entire movie marathon, but Ayaka's older sister asks her to help in the family business as their father was on vacation. It turns out that Ayaka's family ran a boxing business. Seeing Ayaka's amazing abs, Hibiki wanted to know what Ayaka did, so she explained that she trained the ABS with the dragonfly, but for an ordinary person, it is very difficult. Therefore, a good exercise for her is the plank. Ayaka's sister suggests the punching bag as it's the best way to burn fat. Hibiki completely destroys the punching bag, and everyone was surprised to see her extraordinary fist power. At Hibiki's school, their history teacher, Miss Tachibana, wants to lose weight badly, so her friend suggested she try exercising at the Silverman Gym, which was close to the school. When she got there, she was surprised to meet her student, which made her feel uncomfortable, and she wanted to go home when the free trial ended. But Tachibana decided to join after seeing Magio's handsome face. It was as if she found her knight in shining armor. Magio asks for her routine and if she has ever done workouts before. Tachibana explains that she did home workouts, but that made her sour, so she stopped. Magio tells them to train the biceps muscles with dumbbell curls and suggested Tachibana to use 2-kilo dumbbells. Magio further explained that weight training is not about how much weight is lifted, but the correct movements. Even though Tachibana used smaller dumbbells, she already got overwhelmed and her stomach gets exposed. Akemi and Hibiki see the weird sunburn on Tachibana's stomach. Even though she was panicking, Tachibana managed to cover up her secrets. The girls thought she had a hardcore hobby with her boyfriend. It turns out that she is a famous cosplayer, and of course, she couldn't tell her students that their teacher had a hobby of cosplay. At school, Akemi and Ayaka discuss about various foods and cheat days, but Hibiki takes it the wrong way and on her cheat day eats way too many calories. A few days later, Tachibana managed to lose a bit of weight and goes to participate in a cosplay event with ideal body condition. But she was surprised to see Hibiki and Akemi there, but luckily, they don't recognize her. Magio also appears, quickly becomes the center of attention of many people because he shows off his monster muscles by doing the front press. In the end, Magio gave them muscle training lessons by showing that front press can train the shoulder muscles and gives them pointers on how to hold the bar up by holding it shoulder width apart and position it just above the collarbones while avoiding bending the upper body. Otherwise, your lower body will be injured. Meanwhile, Tachibana hides so they don't realize that their teacher is a cosplayer, but in the end, gets caught by Hibiki, who thinks that she came here to buy a costume for her kinky boyfriend. During summer vacation, Silverman Gym was filled with people who usually don't go to the gym, but come to work out for various reasons. Some come to just lose weight, some for the AC, and some come here to find a summer fling, if you know what I mean. Hibiki and Akemi can't train their chest muscles with bench press, nor can they use the treadmills, as all of them have been hoarded with rush hour, or as the gym says, prime time. However, Magio suggests that they use a chest press machine which can train specific muscles more effectively without burdening other muscles. They immediately tried it, and Akemi liked it because her chest muscles strengthened. Shortly after, Ayaka comes over to the gym. Hibiki thinks maybe she is here to spy on them, or maybe because their club closed. Ayaka tells that it's the opposite and their boxing club has too many members, so she became a member to do additional boxing lessons at the Silverman Gym. Later, during a holiday, all sports venues were closed, so Akemi took Hibiki and Ayaka to her house, which was a luxurious mansion, and her parents were on vacation worldwide so they could do anything they wanted. They watched a video about practicing at home with makeshift tools, in which a strong muscular man with glasses taught them how to exercise at home using chairs when they don't have any equipment. It teaches them some exercises such as reverse push-up and dips, which can train chest and triceps muscles. They are amazed and try them out. Ayaka managed to do it smoothly, but when Hibiki tried it, she ended up breaking the chairs due to her weight and got embarrassed. They also decide that before summer ends, they should go on a vacation at the beach, and they end up meeting their teacher, Miss Tachibana, on the way as well. Miss Tachibana wanted to spend some time alone and find a boyfriend during this trip, but she ended up going with her students. Akemi wonders why there aren't any people on the bus, as it's summertime, and the bus is usually crowded this time of year, but they were the only ones on the bus. Upon reaching the beach, not a single person was in sight, and they learned that group of sharks were found near the beach, and it was closed till further notice. That's why there was no one else there besides them. Even though they all wanted to go to the beach for their own goals of having fun, and Miss Tachibana wanted to meet potential lovers, they didn't want to waste this opportunity, so Akemi tells them that they can train on the beach as well. She points out various routines and tells them to do cardio by running on the beach. In the end, they spend time at the beach exercising. After summer ended, the school held a sports festival and everyone had to participate. Hibiki selected to participate in the race via a lottery, so she is forced to do so. She was assigned to be the last runner in the relay race. Knowing this makes Hibiki lose faith in herself, as she has not confidence in her running ability. She tells this to Magio, and he advises them to train the hamstring muscles. These muscles are the most critical muscles for pushing the body forward, and to train them they must use a machine called leg curl. He tells them that the proper way is to raise and lower the legs until they touch the buttocks. They also should not lift their bodies. Only a small amount of weight can be useful in toning the body and can be beneficial. Hibiki was fired up and knew that after this her chances to win the race would go up. She wanted to tighten her buttocks, so she used the machine like crazy, but this made her pants suddenly tear. She embarrassingly went home with tired legs as she overdid it again. Then it came the day of the sports festival. Everyone at the academy competed in sports, and Hibiki's classes was in last place. Her teacher boosts their morale by telling her that if she wins the relay race and comes at first, then their class will be number 1. The race starts. Hibiki can't wait to leave Akemi in the dust, but to her luck her teammate drops the baton, but Hibiki grabs it herself, without knowing that it was against the rules. She ran fast to catch up with Akemi and managed to get 2nd place, but she was disqualified due to her earlier mistake. They later visit the gym and after a quick workout head to the sauna. All of them sit and chat. Hibiki gloats and challenges them to see who can stay in the sauna the longest. The winner would also get the others' raffle tickets. They start and shortly after Akemi and Ayaka leave due to exhaustion. Hibiki can't stand it either and wants this to end. Miss Tachibana on the other hand has not moved an inch. Hibiki is about to give up when she finds out that Miss Tachibana had been unconscious the whole time. Hibiki wins and she gets a t-shirt as a reward from the raffle. She is hella disappointed. One day while passing by an electronic shop, Hibiki sees a home theater set and wants to buy it, but she doesn't have any money because she has to pay for the gym and buy food. Incidentally, an arm wrestling competition will be held at Silverman Gym with many cash prizes. Hibiki is excited and wants to participate so that she can win the cash prize for her new theater set. Since they have yet to learn the rules of arm wrestling, Machio explains them that arm wrestling is a competition that involves all the muscles of the body. Although there are various ways to train muscles in arm wrestling, the most effective exercise is to do arm wrestling directly. Hibiki immediately tried it and fought Ayaka. Unexpectedly, Hibiki has such great power that she even beats Ayaka quickly. Akemi wants to fight her, but Machio steps in. Hibiki is already scared, and when they start she feels as if she is arm wrestling against a mountain. Even though Machio beats her, he is happy that got serious about using his power, and only few people are able to do so. The day of arm wrestling championship begins and Machio explains that the ladies section only has 2 participants. Akemi was supposed to be the 3rd, but she got sick. Hibiki wants to compete and win the cash prize no matter who she arm wrestles. In the first and final round for the Women Arm Wrestling Championship, Hibiki goes against Gina, who is an arm wrestling athlete from Russia. Hibiki is very motivated to win the prize money, but so is Gina, who wants to win because she needs the prize to cover her travel expenses as tickets are not cheap at all. Gina has never lost against anyone her age and has been expert at this since her time in Russia, but Hibiki is much stronger than her. The match starts and Gina thinks it will be over in a hurry, but she can't even move, let alone win. She is terrified of the strength that Hibiki has. In an instant, Hibiki crushes Gina in the match and becomes the winner. She gets the prize of 100,000 yen, but Gina doesn't give up and decides to transfer to the same school as Hibiki. The goal is to get revenge on her for the arm wrestling competition again. She even labels herself as Hibiki's nemesis. When Hibiki gets home, she is even more shocked that Gina is going to live her from now on. The next day after school, Gina plans to beat Hibiki at the gym, but gets sad after learning that the gym is closed every 3rd Monday of the month. She feels sad that she won't be able to do anything today, so Hibiki invites all Folan to visit the restaurant that her family runs. They all come and enjoy cooking roast beef that are low in calories as well as imported beef and high-calorie Wagyu beef. Gina thinks maybe the reason for Hibiki's strength is that she has such a good diet. She even compares her to an old Japanese master who would eat plenty and drinks lots of water. Hibiki finishes her meal and says that she is tired of working, but has to work as she needs to pay the gym fee. Akemi tells her that why isn't she using school's funds for her gym. Hibiki didn't know that the head of the school board was willing to pay for the training costs of students attending her school. Now that Hibiki knew that the school can cover the cost of the gym, she can save some money. Later in the week, while in class, Jana discovered her teacher's secret after seeing a mole on her face. She realized that her teacher Tachibana was a famous cosplayer known as Luriariko. Gina blackmails her, and Tachibana knew that she will get into trouble if her hobby is exposed, and even her job as a teacher will be threatened. So she was willing to do anything as long as Gina keeps her hobby a secret. It turns out that Gina is a super fan and wants to spend the entire day with Miss Tachibana, telling her about how she can better improve her digestion and how she can normally run to better her figure. Gina then tells Miss Tachibana about her idea of creating a girls group to enter into the auditions for Japan Idols. Tachibana hesitates, but Gina blackmails her again, so she agrees. She even invites others to join as well, and they all agreed as well. They immediately created an idol group from Silverman Gym. They attracted the attention of the audience with extreme sports activities. They showed bench presses, poses, and even deadlifts. The crowd went viral, but in the end they did not pass the audition. The next day after school, Tachibana is about to leave when her friends asks if she wants to join them, but she says no and runs off. They think it's suspicious, but learn the truth when they find her gym card. so they plan to stop by the gym to return the card and try the free trial as well. Machio introduces himself, and they are amazed at his body as well. They tease Tachibana for not telling them earlier about such a cute trainer. They ask what exercise they should do to tone their stomach. Machio shows them that each muscle supports a different exercise, and they can do various exercises that will work their abs and to tone their stomach. He tells them that they can do bicycle crunches or side bends. The side bend exercise is done bending the upper body toward the dumbbells, then slowly returning to the starting position. They should focus on flexing the side abdominals for 15 to 20 reps. The oldest teacher used monster weights, and Machio sensed that maybe she was an athlete, but she would get annoyed when it came to her age and other personal things, so Tachibana backed off. The week go by and the class go on a field trip in the spring, and they feel afraid that they are going to climb Mount Fuji, which is nicknamed the Mountain of Death. Even the teacher was afraid to go up there, but they still climb up and plan to eat at the top of the mountain and have a BBQ. While climbing Hibiki, Miss Tachibana and Nina got tired and decided to take a break. While they recovered, they fell behind and they ran to catch up with the others. In haste, they chose the wrong path. While the rest of the class made it to the top and were enjoying the food, the three of them started to cry as they knew they were lost now. Miss Tachibana tried to calm them down and suggested that they climb a tree in order to signal the others. Meanwhile, the others had already reached the top and were watching them casually while eating. All three of them kept trying to climb the tree, but to no avail. A few days later, Machio explains how to train the back muscles using a seated rowing machine and tells them to pull the shoulder blades together while slowly returning the grip while widening them. He told them to do one set of 15 reps. They can also do back extension exercises at home, as training the back muscles will improve bad posture, stiff shoulders, and headaches. He keeps on explaining about its benefits and how it can better improve your body overall. While Machio is explaining, he suddenly feels an uneasiness on his pecs as if they are intimidated by someone. Just then a man with a giant body walks in seeking Machio. He is an actor from the film series that Ayaka and Hibiki once watched, and they were his biggest fans. His name is Barnold, and he is the teacher who trained Machio to become a bodybuilder with monster muscles. Machio asks him why he came after not contacting him for so long. Barnold explains that he had lost his phone, and that's why he couldn't contact him. He then throws Machio hand grippers to see if he has reached the level yet or not. Machio easily crushes them. Barnold then explains that the purpose of his arrival was to see his students' muscular abilities. He also asked Machio to participate in a world bodybuilding competition that he had sponsored. They all go to the competition. Akemi smells the arena and loves seeing all muscular men. Barnold takes all the girls to the viewing booth and explains the event. In this competition, every bodybuilder can score points for set poses and how they can flex their muscle. He tells them how a shredded person only focuses on his lean muscles and abs, whereas a bodybuilder has to train every muscle. After that, the participants come one stage and pose together. The audience was enthusiastic to see the participants they idolized and cheered all of them on. The competition is then divided into several groups to accommodate such a huge turnaround. One group after the other come and pose. Soon it was Machio's turn, and when he stepped forward, everyone felt a godly presence. Everyone felt pressure when he stepped forward due to his incomparable muscular strength. When Machio posed, the entire place was shocked to see such display of power and how each of his muscles were so perfectly toned. Even the other participants knelt before Machio and his glistening muscles as if he was an Olympian god who descended from Olympus itself, thus winning him the entire championship. Barnold congratulates him and asks him to join his gym overseas, but Machio was a bit occupied with the Silverman Gym. Barnold goes back, but leaves his trusted assistant Jason to help Machio if needed, but he just becomes a side character in the end. Later in December, the city goes into Christmas mode, and the girls see many romantic couples there, which makes them sad because they don't have boyfriends. Unexpectedly, Akemi wants to meet her ideal muscular guy, while Tachibana also wants a handsome boyfriend. Machio explains that the gym holds an event attended by college students and sports athletes this season where they give off prizes and gifts. Hearing this, all the girls became excited, and they wanted to take advantage of the event to find a boyfriend. They decided to prepare an excellent appearance to attract the attention of men. The girls train for slender looks, so Machio tells them to try skull crusher drills, which was to rotate the bar above their head using only their triceps. Hibiki is terrified just from the name of it. Ayaka tries it and tells that it actually burns up the arms. Hibiki insists to try even though Ayaka warns her. She still hurriedly tries it and ends up smacking her head. A few days later, the event at the gym starts, and attending the event was the right decision for everyone as it was filled with rich and strong men. They could approach handsome college students and sports athletes. The girls feel excited and are dressed up as well, although they are very happy to be able to talk to these men. They don't dare to ask for their contact numbers as they are too scared. After the main event started, Machio raffled the winning ticket numbers in the audience using his pose. With each pose, he reveals a winner of various prizes, and for the grand prize, he does front pec flex. And luckily, Tachibana wins the grand prize, which was a pair of tickets to the Destiny Land amusement park. Everyone poses with the winner and flex at the same time. The girls seemed happy, but everything comes to an end when they find out that almost all their muscular guys are either married or have a girlfriend. On their way home, Tachibana explains that she can't use these tickets as she has to visit WinterCon, which she quickly changes to winter costumes as not to hint her cosplay side. Akemi asks Tachibana for the tickets as she wants to go to the park with someone. Hibiki, Ayaka, and Gina get curious and decide to follow Akemi that day. They find out that Akemi intends to go on a date with Machio at the Destiny Land amusement park. Akemi and Machio have a lot of fun and enjoy the rides at the park. They laugh and have fun the entire day. However, in the afternoon, they enter a suspicious tent, which makes Gina and Hibiki curious, and they rush in too. It turned out that they only wanted to take part in a cosplay event, and Akemi's real goal was to see Machio's chest muscles up close. On New Year's, Hibiki and the others want to visit a temple. Akemi and Ayaka find a temple that is literally above the clouds. The girls start their walk so they can try an exercise that can burn calories fast. Apart from that, Gina tells them that this temple is famous for being able to grant success in love and is very suitable for single girls like them, but getting past the long stairs was hard. They were already exhausted except for Ayaka, who had a lot of stamina. When they arrive in front of the temple, they see many muscular men there. It turns out that the Machio family is the owner of the temple, and Machio helps to take care of the temple as a muscle priest on every new year. They all are shocked and can't believe it. Jason even comes out of the shadows and validates that this shrine is popular with builders as Shrine of the Muscle God. They have fun and enjoy the food at the market. After New Year's, they were free because Silverman Gym was still closed, so they tried home workouts as well by watching videos and trying to work out in the park as well. But still they became bored, and to overcome this boredom, Gina suggests to try a hidden talent show, which will be broadcast on TV. They attended the event in school uniforms. The same director from the Idol contest is shocked to see them, but he thinks this is a good way to get views as many people will watch this, and just like their previous time, they will attract more. Tachibana and Ayaka do the wrestler bridge, and everyone is shocked to see this. In the end, they managed to attract a large audience because their show had the highest ratings on the broadcast. Jason approaches the producer after the show and suggests a plan that would benefit them all, and gives him a flyer that would help. Before spring break ends, the Silverman Gym takes a trip to Nakanoshima, a tropical beach. The place is trendy among young people and is perfect for looking for boyfriends, of course. Women who are thirsty for men's caresses immediately agree to take part in the holiday. Jason and the producer view all this from a secret camera and were excited that everything is going as planned. Once they get there, Gina couldn't stand the hot weather. She even took off her clothes because it was too hot. They immediately asked her to go bathe in the sea to refresh her head and body. Meanwhile, Tachibana with the others relaxed on the beach. Then they split the watermelon with a wooden sword. Machio plans to put it on the trapezius muscle and explains how to train those muscles. He explains that the shrug exercise is relatively easy. They need to raise their lower shoulders and then repeat the movement while focusing on contracting the trapezius muscles. The girls are amazed, and shortly after, Mr. Nakanoshima contest starts and everyone can take part by showing their skills. Akemi and Hibiki are interested in participating in the contest. However, Gina and Ayaka broke the rules and were disqualified from the contest. Meanwhile, Akemi succeeded in impressing everyone by demonstrating her push-up handstand skills, which she did easily. Hibiki knows that she can't win that easily, so she demonstrates her boxing ability by crushing a punching bag, which shocks the others as well. The contest committee decides that the result is a draw between them, and because of that, they ask to fight again in the final round. Both Akemi and Hibiki decided to rely on bench press matches. They both start and kept on bench pressing until Hibiki gave out as she hadn't eaten anything that day and didn't have the energy to do anything more. Akemi wins by default, but they both still had a great time. In a distant, Jason and the producer are seen stranded on a boat. Serves them right for conspiring all this. After the event, they had fun on the beach with each other. Akemi gets crowned and they all see some fireworks together. Akemi feels bad that she couldn't have a fair fight with Hibiki, but she tells her she will have more chances. Just then, Barnold shows up with the boat containing Jason and the producer. They all rush towards them and laugh.